Our experience at the Dallas Pen Show, there's a new Wolverine game for PS5, and my 4K review of The Dark Knight. All on today's episode of
The CM Pop Show. Welcome, everybody, to episode 8 of the CM Pop Show. I'm one of your hosts, Malik Baher, and who else is with me?
I am Clint. Good afternoon, Internet.
Today, we're going to talk about the Death Stranding A24 movie, Dallas Pen Show, the Wolverine game trailer, and Hideo Kojima scans a ghost.
Oh, that is a juicy, interesting story.
Okay, so let's start with the Dallas Pen Show. Actually, no, let's start with something else. I like to surprise you with things. A little inside baseball. Before we start recording, we talk about what we're going to talk about, basically, and we kind of go over things. But I like to surprise Clint with something that he's not expecting. So, Clint, let me ask you a question. Have you ever heard of Heathcliff? Or when I say Heathcliff, what comes to mind?
Heathcliff?
Yeah.
That sounds like a place in England.
So maybe it is. Have you, okay, you know who a Garfield the cat is, right?
Yeah, the lasagna.
Did you know that before Garfield there was another orange tabby cat comic strip?
I did not.
Yeah. So, of course, Garfield is the one that everybody knows about.
Right.
And when people see Heathcliff, they think it's a derivative of Garfield.
Uh-huh.
Actually, Heathcliff came first. And you might be asking why I'm bringing up Sunday funnies and old newspaper comic strips that nobody cares about. That's because I went down a little rabbit hole of Heathcliff comics, and basically, let me pull up the Wikipedia article because I don't know this off the top of my head.
Heathcliff. This is a cat I've never heard of. While you're searching that, I have questions. Does he eat lasagna?
I don't think
fat.
He's fat. He doesn't eat lasagna. The comic strip was created by George Gately in 1973. I'm just reading this off Wikipedia, by the way.
73?
1973. I don't remember when Garfield came out, but yeah, Heathcliff was published 5 years before the first Garfield strip.
So Garfield is 78. Jim Davis. Heathcliff 73 by George something. George Gatsby.
George Gately.
George Gately.
Yeah. And it's just a comic strip, right? Whatever. The cat's name is Heathcliff. He's an orange house cat owned by an elderly couple named Mr. and Miss Nutmeg and their grandson Iggy. Okay. So in 1998, Peter Gallagher took over the writing of the Heathcliff comic. Peter Gallagher is the nephew of the original creator.
Okay.
When he took over the comic, he decided instead of just continuing the comedy of his uncle, or the humor of his uncle, he decided to inject his own sense of humor into the comic strip. And I'm going to pull up some examples right now.
All right. But based off the picture, he looked like the third less musically inclined Gallagher brother from Oasis.
Okay, let's see. I'm just going to use this Google search image. Okay, this one, this may be, they tried putting a leash on the cat. That's kind of just typical Sunday funny humor.
Yeah. Ooh. We went the Smiths on this one.
What do you think this means?
Meat is murder?
Children love the meat tank.
Children love the meat tank.
It's a cat driving down a street in a tank that just says meat. The store just says meat. He has a pendant that says meat. He's wearing a helmet that says meat.
Interesting. You know, my first thought was that record from the Smiths with the guy with the Vietnam helmet on, and it says "Meat is murder," but it's only because there's a tank, and that was military stuff. I was like, yeah, I don't know what that means.
Okay. Next example. He's got a dirt stand, and now he's wearing a helmet that just says dirt.
How much Tylenol did Peter Gallagher take?
Not enough. Not enough. Okay. Next example. Let's see. Dog catcher. That one just seems like regular Sunday comic. There's one that in particular, and I know it's gonna pop up here in a minute. Anyways, he's had some critics say that his humor kind of borders on nonsensical, and
that's an understatement, I think.
And he defends himself. He kind of stands his ground on it. There's the one. This one just
is that where it came from?
I think this is. Come on. I think that. Okay, there we go. This is the one that I love. Never brag about your stash.
And he's jumping on D's nuts.
He's jumping on D's nuts.
I want to be honest. I got no words. I really don't even know how to react to this.
So, yeah, Heathcliff's been around for a while, and he's got some cartoons and animated series, and
you've made it obvious why Garfield is the more popular character.
Honestly, though, I think Heathcliff is better.
Hot takes.
I'm a Heathcliff fan.
You're a Heathcliff?
I'm Heathcliff. Okay, so in his defense, he tries to avoid over-explaining jokes. So if you over-explain it, you ruin it. If you under-explain it, then people are confused.
Yep.
He thinks he's decided on under-explaining.
He's absolutely. Everybody's confused.
In the same interview, Peter Gallagher stated that his uncles Gately and Gallagher told him, "We've done so many ideas about a cat cartoon that you're going to repeat, and so we can't use those." So after 30-something years, or 40 years, how do you come up with fresh ideas for a cat cartoon?
Come on, there's like numerous examples, right? Just pull from I don't know, pop culture.
Yeah.
Give the cat a funny hairdo and a red tie, and there's a political one.
Or have the cat jump on D's nuts.
Have a cat jump on D's nuts over and over and over again.
Okay, so should we talk about our main topic now?
What is our main topic today, Malik?
So yesterday, you and I went to the Dallas Pen Show.
We did.
With our spouses.
Yep.
It was a good time. What did you think of it?
Listen, to get into the Dallas Pen Show, and to be clear, if you don't know what a pen show is, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a entire show convention at like a convention center at a hotel about writing pens, like fountain pens, ballpoint pens, ink. Like, if you're like, what? Why would what losers go to this? Many people, cool people do. And for us, it's $5 admission. I mean, that's the best $5 you could spend to go learn about like some new sub-niche, sub-genre, subculture. And I always have a great time going. And I'm not like a real pinhead or anything, but man, I always think it's fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I've been into fountain pens since about 2015. My first fountain pen, I told you yesterday, was a Cross, which was a kind of a cheap, off-the-shelf Barnes & Noble fountain pen. I didn't know anything about fountain pens at the time. But I tried it on a Moleskine notebook, and it bled through. It just wasn't very good. So that led me down a rabbit hole of trying to find the right notebook for a fountain pen, and that led me to Hobonichi notebooks, and then that led me to I ended up looking for more inks that looked good, and it's a whole thing. And you can either be surface level on it like I am, or you can go real hard like some other people at that show.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking like gold nibs, $1,000 pens, crazy. Like, again, it depends on what you're into, but I mean, $high stuff. I think I was not even aware of a fountain pen. I always thought fountain pens were only for like calligraphy. Mm-hmm. You were probably the first person I knew who wrote with a fountain pen. Mm-hmm. And then I had bought a Korean magazine called Magazine B, and they do a cool like marketing edition on different brands. And so I was like, oh, it piqued my interest that Lamy, which is a German fountain pen maker, had their own magazine B. And I was like, oh, I'll buy that. And that's what kind of sent me down the rabbit hole. So, I mean, I think seeing you use one and talk about it kind of planted a seed, and then just wanting to learn something new, that kind of got me down the rabbit hole. To where technically my first fountain pen was I bought it with you in Austin. It was that Pilot,
The Varsity.
The Varsity.
Mm-hmm.
It was a medium nib, and I thought it was too thick. So then, would I say my first fountain pen that I actually like, I don't know. That's still real, but Lamy Safari was the first one that I bought. And then from there, it kind of sent me down a rabbit hole of trying different pens. And it's a fascinating thing.
It's a fascinating subculture, fascinating niche. And the Dallas Pen Show, from what I understand, pales in comparison to the San Francisco Pen Show.
San Francisco or like D.C.
Mm-hmm.
are like way bigger deals than hold down here in Texas.
Mm-hmm. Not a lot of fountain pen users in Texas. And actually, apart from the people I've introduced to fountain pens, which would be you, our spouses, I don't know anybody in person who uses the fountain pen.
Yeah, I have one coworker who has a Lamy Safari. And I was like, somehow, I think we had a Secret Santa at where I work, and I got a simple notebook and a like platinum preppy. And I think they got it, and they're like, "Oh, I have a fountain pen." And that's where I was like, "You have a fountain pen?"
Mm-hmm.
And so we kind of started talking about it a little bit. That's the only other person.
I might do that for my company's White Elephant.
Yeah,
because it's usually alcohol.
Yeah, that's the popular one.
Yeah,
just booze.
I think a fountain pen will stand out a little more, and a little notebook.
Yeah.
So occasionally I listen to another podcast called Pen Addict.
Mm-hmm.
Is it just called Pen Addict? Yeah, Pen Addict podcast. Hosted by Brad and Mike. Can't remember their last names. Very knowledgeable on fountain pen and stationery, and very entertaining show. Pen Addict. But they frequent these pen shows, and I always wonder if they're going to be at the Dallas Pen Show.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have my hopes up for it because it's a small show. Not maybe not worth the travel for them. But on their website, it looks like they did go to 2023.
Oh. Would you look at that? We went the last 2 years. 24, 24,
yeah.
25.
We went in 24, 25, but we did not go 23. So you probably just missed them. But I always wonder if they're going to be there. And I even saw a guy yesterday who looked like one of the hosts. And I thought, could that be him? So I stalked him for a little bit. And I came to the conclusion that I still have no idea. What's interesting to me is like the floor layout didn't change at all from 24 and 25.
Mm-hmm.
The same booths, the same people. I think that goes to show it's a very tight-knit community. And very like, if you get involved, it becomes sort of like everybody knows your name,
mm-hmm.
sort of thing.
Yeah.
'Cause that's what it seemed like. The people who were comfortable there, who have been there a lot, it seems like they're all familiar with each other, and they all sort of have a rapport with each other.
Right. And it makes it a little daunting as an outsider.
Yeah, it does.
I think you do a much better job of asking questions and kind of being the more extrovert in that setting,
mm-hmm.
because I think it generally probably just comes from a curiosity, right?
Yeah, it's curiosity. I think former job training kind of taught me how to be inquisitive like that, because when you get to know me, I'm actually super quiet. But when I'm in a place that's like I am curious about these things, I know like how to ask those follow-up questions and kind of get that information out of people.
Yeah.
But it's something I have to turn on and off. I don't always. It just doesn't come natural. It doesn't come natural to me.
Yeah.
I have to really consciously make that effort to do.
Yeah.
But once I do it, it's kind of like a habit. I know how to do it.
Yeah, yeah. You got that confidence.
Yeah, I guess.
So I saw a pen last year called a Tactile Turn. That's, I guess, the company.
Mm-hmm.
And it looked like, it's called Vice. And when I saw the pen, it just reminded me of Vice City. GTA Vice City. And I was like, I want that pen. But it's like $100 pen. And when I don't know anything about pens, I'm like, well, I can't spend $100 on a pen.
Mm-hmm.
And so this year I was like, if I see it, I'm gonna buy it. And then I learned it was last year's model, and it was only for last year. But this year they make a cool, they call it the 16-bit pen. So it's the same concept, except it's kind of themed to Super Nintendo. So it's like purple and like light gray, and where you click the pen for it to come out, just like a normal like click pen. But to put the ballpoint whatever piece back in, there's a little button on the side that you click, and it said like eject on it. Like it's just fun little things like that. It's just so cool. And it almost seems like there's a, maybe not even just pens, but there's a real like just EDC kind of presence there.
Yeah.
Because the tactile turn had a bunch of knives.
Saw the knives, yep.
Journals, watches even.
Oh,
so there's a guy who has a little side booth of watches and a beautiful Oris that was really cool. Yeah, man, it's just a good time. I love going.
It seems like that the 16-bit might have been a show exclusive. Did they mention that?
I don't know if it was a show exclusive.
I'm not seeing on the website, but that was
the All-Star was there. Maybe he said, cause that's when I was like, looks like baseball. And I have a brother-in-law and a nephew that love baseball, but I'm like, I'm not paying $150 on a pen for them.
That's a sick pen.
That's a great question on the 16-bit though.
I love those colors on the All-Star.
Isn't it cool?
What's the most you've ever spent on a pen for yourself?
The most I've ever spent is $37 on the Lamy Safari at Kinokuniya. What about you?
I think about $29.
Yeah.
So my spouse, yesterday was her first pen show, and she found it a bit overwhelming because it's a small room, very crowded, not a lot of room to squeeze past people. Even I get overwhelmed in spaces like that, but she was really overwhelmed. But she spent $55 on a pen, more than, and I'm the pen guy, and she bought herself an expensive a ballpoint pen. What was that shop called? Retro 51.
Retro 51.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pull them up.
That's funny. You know, because my spouse, bought a pen, and it was a flex nib, so it kind of is a little flexible, from a fountain pen Revolution, and that was like $57, $59. So both of our spouses have now paid more for a pen than we have.
So she bought a pen with like sort of a turtle shell, a sea turtle shell theme to it, and part of the proceeds went to sea turtle rescue. There it is, right there. The Tornado Rescue Sea Turtle Rescue ballpoint pen. She really loves sea turtles.
It's a very good looking pen.
It's a nice pen, and I wrote with it a little bit yesterday. It writes really well. Great ballpoint pen. $64 on their website, but it was $55 at the show.
You get a discount
Yep.
when you pay a $5 entry fee.
We pay 4 interest-free installments of $16 with shop pay.
Don't do that. We are anti-Klarna at the CM Pop show. What I will say, worth the price of admission was the gentleman we spoke to when we were about to leave the show.
Shout out to Mike.
Mike, we didn't know your last name. You like Subarus, based off your hat and your T-shirt. But you were a wealth of knowledge, and he only stopped, I think, because he heard your wife say it was so overwhelming, and he turned around, and he's like, huh?
He looked completely flabbergasted.
The two moments of flabbergastedness was then, and then when he learned we didn't have a bulb syringe.
Oh, yes, a bulb syringe.
He looked at us like we had 3 heads.
So I didn't know what a bulb syringe was. You got a kid, so you.
Yeah, we got bulb syringes when she was a baby. And I had just offhand kind of seen that's how you clean it out, but I've never cleaned a pen out, so I was like, well, I don't know how to use it or why it's important.
So let me see if I can remember how you described cleaning it. You open the pen up, right?
Yeah.
You got and you got the converter.
Yeah.
You take the converter out. Do you remember that part?
I think so.
So you take the converter out of the pen. The converter is the thing that holds the ink and draws the ink into the body. You take the converter out. You hold it upside down and you cup it in your hand like that.
That's where I started tuning out, and I was like, I'll have YouTube show me. Because I did not understand what he was doing with his hand.
Yeah. At that point, I think like sweat was pouring down my back. And I was just trying not to like look crazy. But then you take the bulb syringe and you squeeze water into your hand, and it sort of creates the tube into the converter. And yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to YouTube it. I've got a few converters, and I've always been so afraid to clean them. I just buy a new converter instead.
Right.
And just say, well, this converter is for this ink. This converter is for that ink.
Yeah. Well, looks like I'm gonna have a converter per ink.
But I'd rather do that. I'd rather clean them out and have some more flexibility there.
Right. What perked my ears the most from our conversation was I have a Lamy Safari, and he's like, you could just put a gold nib on your Lamy Safari. And I was like, so instead of buying, that's where the trade-off comes. A Lamy gold nib might be $120, $150. Well, how much is a gold pen? Is it worth just? But there's something about having a sleeper pen that I'm attracted to. Like, I just have this plastic green Lamy Safari, but if it's almost like having a station wagon, but it can go 0 to 60 in like 2 seconds. I'm not a car guy. I don't know, but I love like this looks like a cheap pen, but I got like this really sweet, like it writes like a $200 pen or something. I don't know. That appeals to me.
What do you think? Do you think that more expensive pens write better? In you tested a few pens, right?
I did.
Do you think that? What I just asked. Do more expensive pens write better?
I don't know. I don't know if it's getting caught up in the moment. I know when we were at the show, I wrote with a Tachia that had a Sailor nib, and my stainless steel Sailor nib. In my what I thought of it was that the more expensive nibs, they just seem more sturdy or heavy duty, and they ride a little smoother than like my Platinum Preppy or like the Pilot or the Lamy. I wrote with an $800 pen, which I later learned was an $800 pen when I inquired about it, because I was like, this pen is dope. It was the Pilot, one of like the SEs or whatever. That did unequivocally was probably the smoothest writing pen, and I would say that is the best pen I probably have ever written with. And I just wrote Pilot and Test.
I really should pay more attention to kind of the feeling I'm getting from every pen at the show, because I do get caught up in the moment as well, and I just start testing things out, and I'm not really taking note of things I'm testing, which is at a pen show where stationery flows like wine. You would think that everybody's writing down everything, but you get so caught up that it's hard to remember.
Yeah.
But
so Malik, what was your haul yesterday? What did you get?
Are we counting the things that we arrived with, that we opened?
Oh, how about what did we just at the pen show? What did you purchase?
A $4.50 sticker sheet.
And I bought nothing. And my point being is, it's easy to get kind of caught up in the moment, but I started reflecting, like, I have so many hobbies. I love Magic the Gathering and trading card games, and I just got a PS5, and I like vinyl records, and I like pens, and it's like, you can't have the best of everything.
Yeah.
So it's really, what is the optimal point in every hobby that you're comfortable being at? And I think for a lot of these people, like, stationery is their maybe top priority or top hobby and interest, to where it makes sense to buy a $400, $500 pen. But if you have other competing hobbies, it's really difficult to justify that. So, I didn't buy anything really just because the heart, there was nothing sparked joy. Many things really sparked joy, but nothing sparked joy.
Yeah.
But we did get something at the pin, or at least something arrived that we opened at the pin show.
Yep. So we got our 2026 Hobonichi order. And we decided as a group we would open it at the pen show.
Yep.
What do you think about? I think next year when we do this, well, next year won't be a problem because we'll be in Japan.
That's true.
We'll be buying our Hobonichi order there.
Yeah.
But I do wish we were able to kind of do it in the comfort of our home and like together in one of our homes.
Yeah.
And kind of sit and relax with our new toys.
Right.
But it was nice. I think it like you're saying yesterday. It blunted the impact of, or it. You say it better than I do.
Yeah. No, it blunted the impact of not buying anything at the pen show.
Yeah.
Because we already opened all these goodies that we got from Hobonichi. That it was almost like buying something from the pen show would be, that's gravy.
Yeah, exactly.
So
we all left with some cool stuff.
Yeah.
2026 planners. I got a small drawer pouch. I'll pull up a picture of that. And some cool index stickers that are specific to the planner. What'd you get?
I got the Trajan. I don't know if it's Trajan or Tragan.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna say Tragan.
Yeah, the Tragan, and it's a very nice. I don't even know what material, cottony. I guess like cover for the Hobonichi journals. And I'm really kind of buying that as I'm hoping this is a 5 to 10 year cover where I can store things in it and put my pens in it. But I also got the hotly desired Tomiya pencil board.
Yeah, that thing is sold out, isn't it?
I think it's sold out, and then it's sold out probably because those jokers sent me 2, and I only paid for 1. I got 1 for show.
Cha-ching.
Cha-ching.
So yeah, you got 2 pencil boards. Pretty sweet. Don't tell Hobonichi. I hope they're not watching this.
Nope. Don't audit your orders. And then the cool little robot was neat.
Yeah, the free robot gift. I got the Izumi Shiokawa polar bear small drawer pouch. So what I realized last night, this completes my Hobonichi drawer pouch collection almost. I've got the large drawer pouch, now the small one. I've got the pocket drawer pouch, and I've got the drawer pouch Ane, which is like a accordion style weeks sized.
Got it.
Wallet sized. And I buy these with nothing in mind of what to put in it, but rather the excitement for the potential of what I can put in it,
of what it could be.
What it could be. Because look how much storage space there is in this guy. Look at all that.
Look, you got AirPods.
Got AirPods. Got charging cables in there. With a charging brick. Some paper, a pen,
A little ruler. Look at that. The possibilities are endless.
This man is ready to go. But I get these. So I've got like a bunch of these pouches now, and this one's really cool. The material feels very sturdy but soft. So I'm really excited to use this starting this week.
No, when it comes to zipper pouches, when it comes to crossbody bags, you only come second to Malik.
I'm not proud. I've spent so much money on bags. I have in this closet behind me just a mountain of bags that I really started donating them. The ones I'm not using. Let me pull up the Tragan. So did you once we left, did you play with your Tragan a little bit?
I did. Last night I pulled it out because to your point, it would have been a lot more fun to play within the comfort of one of our homes and not feel like, okay, let's go to the pen show. And where we were at, there was coffee stains and food.
Oh yeah.
So then I was like, well, I don't want to even put it on the table.
Absolutely.
But I got to open it up and play with it. The Hun doesn't really fit.
Okay.
So my current plan. So I got to wait until next year to really get a lot of use out of it. But again, I think I bought this for the same reason you buy drawer pouches. I was like, look at the potential of this.
Mm-hmm.
And I think these pictures sold me. I was like, that could be me. I could put my watch next to it on a nice freaking in my ink. That's what kind of sold me was the EDC pics, to be honest. And I get each year, I've gotten a Weeks, and then last year I got the Hone. But our spouses and you y'all get like fun covers, and you get like index things. You know, got like a map for the Japan transit, and none of that really appeals to me a lot because I don't watch a lot of anime or read a lot of manga. In fact, I was really wanting the Tomiya A6 cover, but I like the A5 more than the A6. So I was like, I wanted something fun too.
Yeah.
And that's what I went with. So anyway, I'm very happy with it, and I'm really excited to use it.
Yeah, I think you're gonna be really pleased with it.
Yeah.
Are you the kind of guy who takes their planner with them everywhere, or do you leave it home? What's your routine?
I generally leave it at home, but I want to be the guy that takes it everywhere, but I'm not. But I do have like, if I need to make notes, I have like the little field notes that I'll kind of have with me that I never write in. But I want to be the guy that takes planner and jots things down, like I'm Hemingway or Haruki Murakami or something. But I'm not. What about you?
Yeah, I take mine everywhere. I don't always use it a lot, but what I've done this year, I've decided to make my cover my wallet. So I put my important cards into my cover pockets. This is what I have to bring with me.
Oh, that's a good plan. If you lose it,
closed. Yeah, so maybe I'll get like a little Apple AirTag to hide it.
Oh yeah,
somewhere.
that's smart.
Oh, you can put one in your Tragan.
Yeah,
a lot of pockets.
Room for it.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
So I don't always whip it out and start writing with it, but I found myself doing that yesterday at the pen show.
Yeah.
I took some notes on what that guy was what Mike was telling us.
Nice.
And then there were some booths at the pen show that were offering rubber stamps. Like
oh yeah,
I was there, so
yeah.
I got my pages stamped.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a process. Every year you learn a little more about your own usage and yourself.
Right.
I've been doing physical planners for 10 years, and every year I'm trying to improve my routine. And I'm always finding things I'm not happy about last year, and I just iterate on it. And yeah, I mentioned to you in our group chat a Techo Kaiji.
Oh yeah.
Without realizing it, I was doing my own personal Kaiji every year. Reviewing my planner, what I liked, what I didn't like, things like that.
Yeah. So I think I have those thoughts, and I don't know if I necessarily kind of connected those dots, but like in the current planner, I'm like, I don't like the way I'm using the free pages, or at the back, or man, I wish I did this on the the monthly check boxes or whatever differently. So I think that's probably a pretty good exercise to do, and to kind of maybe go in with a little more intentionality in the new year with a new planner.
Yeah, absolutely. What else? You got anything else to say about the pen show?
I will be going next year, and again, just like what we just talked about, you do with the planner, I think I'm going to do with my experience at the pen show and say, okay, maybe next year I'll be a little more intentional about, what do I have a goal? Am I just there to just browse? Do I want to upgrade a pen? I think last year it was just like, I don't know anything, and holy cow, like this is just a crazy world. And then this year it was, I know a little bit more, but now I don't really know what I want or can't pull a trigger. So if you ever see there's a pen show in your area, I highly recommend. You're going to learn a lot. Your wallet may not thank you, but I think your heart might.
Yeah, go. Pen shows they're not like other conventions. It was a $5 entry fee for the Dallas Pen Show.
Yeah.
Don't know what the San Francisco Pen Show would be like, but man, that's a dream for me.
Yeah, absolutely. And I even saw, I was flipping, you get free magazines.
Yeah,
I was flipping through the magazine last night, and I think the Chicago was like a $15 entry. Like, we're not talking a Fan Expo or Comic-Con entry fee. It's fairly affordable.
Yeah, and it's very affordable, very tight-knit community. Some guy at a booth was telling us about the Dallas Dallas Fort Worth Pen Club.
Oh yeah,
the ones who kind of sponsor or run the show.
Yeah,
and I gotta admit, I thought about joining.
Yeah. Do they ever meet in Fort Worth, or is it just only Dallas?
I think they meet. Oh, I think it varies.
Does it?
They meet once a month. I think the venue or location changes.
Oh, well, that makes it a bit more like tolerable
Yeah.
to go to.
So that may be something I do. But
Yeah.
I say a lot of things about joining this and that. And
I did hear they're like, if you get a 2-year subscription to Pinworld, you got this, or if you did a 3-year, you got this gift. And I was like, I might be leaving here with a 3-year thing to Pinworld, but I didn't.
Oh yeah.
I don't even remember what it was now. But
yeah.
Well, that's the Pin Show. Malik, where should we go next? Should we talk a little swing? Should we talk a little Ghost? What do you think?
I want to talk a little swing. Sony had the State of Play on, I think it was Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Don't remember the exact day. And they finally showed the full Wolverine trailer by Insomniac Games. Gotta make sure that volume's down.
Yeah, dude. This trailer's crazy.
They are really leaning into the gore there, and I think before this, all we had was Logan sitting at the bar. And that was 4 years ago.
Wow.
Man, he looks short physically, so
As he should.
Yeah. So I think they're really going for some comic accuracy there. What do you think about? Okay, what do you prefer, his X-Men suit or his normal civilian clothes?
X-Men suit. I love even like in the movies. I liked when he was in the yellow and the blue, which is probably only in Deadpool. I just think it's so badass and iconic.
I'm a fan of the lining, the
fur
coat.
lining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I forgot who they used as the mocap model for Logan. Doesn't look quite like Hugh Jackman. And when you see somebody, when you're so used to a certain person playing a character, when you see somebody else, it looks off. But to me, it looks supernatural. Like, this looks like Logan. This looks like Wolverine to me.
Yeah, absolutely. I 100% agree with that. How do you feel about the direction they went with the gore?
Amazing. So I think it really reminds me of 80s and 90s Frank Miller era Marvel Comics. But you can see that they've made all the people like cybernetic, and I'm wondering how they're gonna like lore-wise explain that.
I do like you see Mystique. There's a Sentinel in there. So, I mean, this is more than just like a Wolverine standalone thing. They're going to have X-Men stuff as well, which I think is pretty dope. So, Insomniac Games, they do the Spider-Man ones.
Right.
So, is there going to be some sort of, I guess the Spider-Man ones are teen. Those seem fairly... This seems like just quite a departure. But, I mean, Wolverine's kind of a departure compared to Spider-Man when it comes to content.
I think there's room. So are you asking if there's going to be some kind of crossover? Or
Well, like, for expectations on, like, I'll be honest, the gore really... I was shocked. I was like, they went full Logan, Deadpool, Wolverine into this.
So, when you're rating a film, when you're producing a film and you're trying to get the widest audience you can, you tend to go for PG-13, right? So if your movie's pushing an R, you'll make cuts to get to that PG-13.
Right.
I don't know if video games have the same limitation, because there are a lot of M-rated games. And it seems like the biggest AAA video games are M-rated.
Right. That's a good point.
And I think, so with all this gore, this looks like an M rating to me.
Oh,
but obviously
100%.
But everybody's a robot. So is that blood or is that oil? oil and coolant and.
Oh, so is this
Is this their way of skirting and trying to get that teen rating, or will they just go full?
Oh, see, I mean, it looks red to me.
Yeah, I think it's red. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's blood, but
So you mentioning that. Have you seen the Kill Bill films?
yes.
So Kill Bill Volume 1, when it came out, the trailers were all in black and white because they could not have all the blood on her outfit or like all over the in the footage for the trailer. It couldn't be red. They would not approve that trailer. So your point of being, if it's oil, well, it had to be black. You could, for them to have a passable trailer.
Okay.
That was just a weird diversion.
Yeah.
But,
Well, no, I
detail.
see what you're saying. What do you think about the locations here? So it looks like he's in the Canadian
Yeah. Canada.
Canadian wilderness. So it looks like he's in a favela.
Yeah.
And it looks like he's in Japan. So I'm wondering how the open world aspect is going to play out.
Right.
Maybe it wasn't Japan. Maybe it was some other Southeast Asian country. It looks like it's in New York right there. So Spider-Man is big open world. You're just in New York City, but it's New York's huge, so you got a lot of area to play in. This looks like it's going to go international. So I wonder if it's going to be open world, how you're going to traverse these different continents.
Oh yeah, that's interesting.
There's going to be kind of a travel system where you can just bounce around, or it could be like Ghost of Tsushima, where Ghost of Tsushima is open world, but the different sections are sort of their own regions that you travel to, but they're like wildly different topography wise.
So this is coming out fall 2026.
Yeah, it's too long for my taste.
When's GTA 6? Is that summer?
Ooh.
I see mid to late 2026. I'm like, is everybody going to be in a GTA 6 frenzy to care? Okay, this is May. So they probably said GTA 6 coming out May 2026.
Okay.
September, October for Wolverine. That should be enough buffer.
Good. Yeah, I think everybody's going to clear the way for GTA 6.
Yeah. They're going to have to.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've played the first level of Spider-Man, and I've not played any of it. So it's an open world in New York City, and so you can basically just do the main storyline, or you can just diverge and do whatever you want.
Yeah, you diverge in Spider-Man and go anywhere in New York City. My complaint with that is the divergence is really just the missions kind of become samey, or the objectives, the little side quests. It's just fight these thugs, collect this thing. I think with Wolverine, you've got some potential for more variety there. So I'm excited to see what they do with that.
Yeah. I am interested in the regeneration mechanic.
Yeah.
Because, like, he'll never die. So is it just you're out for 30 seconds and then, your healing bar is coming up. And yeah, it should be cool. Love it.
And it looks like, so I wonder if there is going to be any sort of not Marvel Cinematic Universe, but some kind of Marvel Universe cross world thing. Spider-Man was Insomniac Spider-Man games were just Spider-Man and his villains. There was an appearance you had like the Avengers Tower in the game, and you had Matt Murdock's law firm, like his office, just as a
that's cool, like
little Easter eggs.
Yeah,
I think there was even like a Wakanda Easter egg in there. But it was just Spider-Man and his villains and his story. I wonder if we'll see if it'll just be X-Men or if we'll see other Marvel characters here. Because I really want to see Wolverine versus the Hulk.
Oh, that would be great. How badass would that be? Absolutely. You get a Hulk 181 kind of mashup in a video game. That'd be pretty sweet. I wouldn't be... if you say other, I wouldn't be shocked of a Deadpool, right?
Yeah.
Because the movie and everything, and how popular it was.
I would not complain if Deadpool made an appearance.
Is there not a Deadpool game?
He's getting a VR game.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, very soon here.
But nothing like this.
There was Deadpool game that I think came out for the Xbox 360 or the Xbox One. That
I have a vague memory of that.
Where Deadpool was voiced by Nolan North, I think. And that was before the first Deadpool movie, I think. Yeah, the first Deadpool movie, I think it was like 2015.
Yeah, I think you're right. 2015?
So this was before he had that
Yeah.
surge of popularity.
Right. That's what makes it even more surprising that he didn't have a game like this after the surge in popularity.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's Wolverine. That looks pretty fun.
It does look kind of fun. But I think this game is, if you don't have it downloaded already in your library or like a physical copy of it, I think it's extremely rare because of licensing issues now.
Got it.
So it's been pulled from any store, so you can't really buy it online anymore.
Right.
And obviously it's not going to be manufactured still, but yeah, I think this is a rare game.
Let's find out.
Yeah.
Deadpool video game. Xbox 360. Oh, and Xbox One. PS3.
And PS4. Okay. For a used copy, not a little on the high end, $100 bucks.
I'm seeing 47. Interesting.
146 for a new.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe it's not too bad. But yeah, you can't get it anywhere other than the secondary market.
Right. Nice. So Wolverine, final thoughts?
I'm glad I bought a PS5. I'll say that.
Yeah.
These are the moments that, I get my PS5 and I play. I get really into it for about a month and a half, and then life pulls me away, and I stop paying attention to it, and I start to wonder if I wasted my money.
Mm-hmm.
But then I see like a game like this getting ready to come out, and I'm like, I'll be able to play that when it drops. I won't be looking out my window like Squidward watching Ralph and Patrick run, having fun. What about you?
Yeah, dude. I think it'll be dependent on how deep I'm into GTA 6.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, when you're balancing life and being able to play games, but it looks like I definitely want to give it a shot.
Yeah.
It's right up my wheelhouse.
Mm-hmm. If only we were free-time millionaires.
Man, that'd be great.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next on the docket. Malik, do you like ghosts?
I like fun ghosts.
Fun ghosts, like Casper?
Yeah, like Casper.
So get this.
Bed sheets with holes cut out of them.
Hideo Kojima. Just the headline. How do you react to this headline?
He wants to scan a ghost into OD.
Yep. But he's already recorded the ghost in his studio, and that's why we went to the shrine together with Microsoft to make sure the game isn't haunted. And that is a word salad that I was like, what's going on?
Oh man, when you're an auteur, you do whatever it takes to make your art.
Yep. And when you have the latitude to do whatever it takes.
Yeah.
He's got the creative freedom to pretty much do anything he wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess this is related to OD, which is a Xbox published horror game coming out. And so he scanned a real life area he wants to go all over the world where there's scary places, I guess for the game, and he wants to scan a ghost for the first time and get an award for that. I have not seen this trailer. Let's check this out. This building was from a 3D scan.
Side note, I can 3D scan buildings with my iPhone.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you plan to do ghosts, I'm out. Since the horror.
The cursed have once again into the forbidden. See, I'm not a horror fan, so this just like It's not getting me hyped.
Light the fires to celebrate there. How does it make you feel? Does it make you feel anything?
I'm just like, come on, get to the point.
Okay. You're not like, hey, I'm scared.
No, I'm feeling anxious. Like, all right, what are we building up to?
Ooh. See, I don't know, man. I like this stuff. I'm like,
It looks good.
yeah, it looks really cool.
It looks scary. I wouldn't play this in a dark room by myself.
See, that's, yeah. I want to play it. And the lights out. That's creepy. Little shrine with candles.
Little-
What's the sticky notes?
Little baby.
Oh, an eyeball. That's not a sticky note. You better burn your fingies.
Yeah, I think that fire is coming down.
Yo, I would have get. Yo, where's that candle? On that baby. That's weird. Okay, I am a little get to the point now. Trailers should be 2 minutes or less.
Yeah,
Whoa,
man.
and on the head.
Oh, ooh.
And the baby head. That's crazy. See all that weird stuff, man. Like, that's crazy.
So this is Kojima's project after Death Stranding 2?
Yep. And it'll be a micro Xbox game. Which I guess is, I don't know if it's revisiting his work in PT, which was that horror game from like 10 years ago. But he says, do you hear this cracking sound? That's actually a sound that was recorded in our studio. And so he goes, maybe there's a ghost there, but she's no longer there anymore. But anyways, that's why we went to the shrine with Microsoft, to make sure we have a safe build for the game.
Maybe he's really superstitious. He's just a great marketer.
Oh, this game's also in the works with Jordan Peele.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I remember they took a picture on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he likes to take pictures with auteurs on Instagram with no context. So they must be working together on that.
I remember, I think the Game Awards, they announced that in 2024. No, 2023, maybe.
Got it. It'll be on the Xbox Series X, which you have?
I have a Series S.
That's really the same thing, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think Microsoft's rule is they have to develop for both.
Got it.
But it's the underpowered Series X. And collecting dust, I haven't plugged it in or turned it on in a while.
And the question is, OD, like, does it stand for overdose? So does that have something to play into it?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have an Xbox, so I won't be able to play it. And ordinarily, I'd be excited about it. You know, I was a pretty, based off because I love Metal Gear Solid franchise so much, I was such a Hideo Kojima fanboy.
Mm-hmm.
But let me tell you, after this stint I'm doing in Death Stranding, he's getting a little too out there for me.
So you're still in Death Stranding 1, right?
1.
Okay.
Yep.
So
Director's cut.
that game was really divisive, I should say, opinion-wise. You either loved it or you hated it.
I'm in the hate category, and I was like, "What is the? Do you know like what the knocks are?"
I don't remember. I want to say that people were complaining about it just being a walking simulator.
Basically,
The story being a little off the wall.
like the short that I made on our channel about Death Stranding, I've not diverged from that. What I think about it, like there's long cut scenes, which is okay, but like I want to play the game, and then you're basically a FedEx delivery person, but in that maybe that's fine, but then you're going through like the snow, and then like you got to get your vehicle, but it's going slow because the wheels suck because it's wet and takes forever, and then when those dang tar things get you and take you out, you got. I'm like, give me to the end. So I'm about 77% done, and at this point, I just have to finish it. I can't give up. ChatGPT tells me it's all worth it. You're gonna love it at the end. And I'm like, how much longer am I? They're like, you got like 4 to 6 hours left. I was like, all right, ChatGPT, you better not be lying to me. So, ordinarily, but if OD is anything like that, I mean, I'm hard out. I need a different game.
I've heard Death Stranding 2 improves on everything in Death Stranding 1.
Does it?
So a lot of the complaints that people had about Death Stranding 1 were remedied in 2.
In 2? They took the advice?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know if I'm going to find out. I'm just ready to get on to something new.
Yeah.
So that's why I need to finish this.
Yeah.
Because Halloween's coming up, and there's a new Silent Hill.
Mm-hmm.
I got my eye on that. And, frankly, the Astrobot, that game looks... I'm probably going to get that. We love Astro's Playroom, game room.
Playroom. Mm-hmm.
So much.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to buy the whole ass game.
And it was free.
It was free.
Astro's Playroom was free.
Yeah.
Can't believe. Come on, Nintendo. Stop making us pay $10 for Welcome Tour.
Yeah.
I played that game for 30 minutes. I stopped.
It's a free game that literally makes me want to buy the full freaking standalone game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's great.
So I'm currently playing Pokemon Emerald for the Game Boy Advance.
Oh.
I'm
Blast from the past.
on the 7th badge. I never played the 3rd gen, so I think I talked about this in like our first episode.
Yeah.
Still grinding through it. I have not finished Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Oh.
Yeah. It's fun. Nothing wrong with the game. It's just I've not been in the mood lately to turn on my Switch 2.
Why?
Nothing against the Switch 2. I think it's just I've been really busy. Work's been really stressful. My day job's been really stressful. So I just been wanting to turn on a really cozy, nostalgic throwback game. Yeah, just to kind of shut off my brain and
Unwind.
Mm-hmm. Not be hit with so many colors and flashing graphics. I did download. There's a free-to-play Dragon Ball MOBA game. Do you know what a MOBA is?
No.
Multiplayer online battle arena.
Okay.
Popularized by League of Legends.
Okay.
You're in an arena. You team up with 3 other people usually, and you're just fighting against the other team.
Okay.
Of 4 people, and you sometimes there's an objective. I don't know a whole lot about MOBA. I never played League of Legends or any other MOBA. I tried Pokemon Unite, which was the Pokemon Company's version of a MOBA, and then Bandai released Dragon Ball Geshiken Squad. I don't remember what it's called exactly. Free to play. So I tried it out, and I was like, okay, this is kind of fun. It's kind of cool. I'm into it. And then I did my first match with real people, and I was like, kind of over it.
Did you get owned?
No, we won.
Oh, there you go.
We won.
So is this like a for lack of a better term, because it escapes me, like a Street Fighter-esque game, or is it like when I think of a Dragon Ball game, that's what I think of.
Mm-hmm.
But is it more Fortnite than when you say it's like an online?
Yeah, you're not even close. Okay, I don't know how to describe MOBA, multiplayer battle arena. It's its own genre, so it's really hard to compare it to the other ones. It's an overhead view of the characters.
Oh, it's that kind of game.
Yeah, overhead view. Maybe that's. And see, you're like a little version.
Yeah. Oh, I got you.
Yeah. This is kind of like they're showing the specials, so you're zoomed in on the characters.
Yeah.
This isn't gameplay. This is like cutscene.
Right.
There. So, oh my god.
Is it an RPG?
No,
like
no,
where you okay? So you're hitting.
You're hitting A and B.
Yeah.
And your specials are mapped to trigger buttons.
But it's just overhead.
It's overhead.
I got you. It's like a. Oh,
and when you
that's a dated reference. I was gonna say X-Men Legends.
Yeah,
The PS2.
Kind of like that. When you die, you respawn back at your respawn point, and you jump back into the battle.
Got it. That looks fun.
It's not. Maybe it could be fun. Maybe I just need to get more of a chance.
It looks fun for if you want to turn your brain off and just do something for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I couldn't see playing something like that for a long time.
Yeah. It's available on Switch, PS5, mobile devices, iPhone. Android. It's available everywhere. It's free to play. If my Switch wasn't 2 feet long and super heavy, I'd probably carry that around with me and play it on the go. But
Your Switch 2?
I Switch 2.
Is this the omen for Switch 2? You know what rhymes with 2?
Poo?
Poo rhymes with 2, but so does you. And the Wii U was a disappointment, and the Switch 2
I think the Switch 2 is doing great. I just when you're an adult, you don't ever when I leave the house, I'm usually on a mission or I have a purpose for leaving the house. I'm not being dragged anywhere. Yeah. So I have no reason to play Portal games anymore on the go.
Yeah, that's true.
Just on the comfort of my own couch. Such is the curse of getting older.
Yeah. Don't get older.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. We've been recording for... I'll cut this part out. Been going a little over an hour now.
Over an hour? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to talk about the next stuff, or do you want to wrap it up?
I can do a brief blast from the past.
Okay. All right. Our next topic, blast from the past.
All right, Malik. On the PS5, you know what I've been doing?
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I don't play video games all the time. I don't always have the time, like we were just talking about. Mm-hmm. But I will watch movies. I've been alternating movies to games. And Friday night, I got the 4K Blu-ray for The Dark Knight.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen The Dark Knight?
Oh, yeah. One of my favorite movies of all time.
It is one of the greatest movies of all time. Mm-hmm. And I watched it in 4K home video on the PS5. And let me tell you something. That movie, it's so iconic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you forget how crazy that movie is. Mm-hmm. Heath Ledger and his Joker. Like, there wouldn't even be a Joaquin Phoenix Joker without Heath Ledger.
Mm-hmm. So that movie's almost 20 years old now. 2008.
It's 17 years old.
17 years old.
Christian Bale was our age, and now he's 50.
Mm-hmm. This was... Oh, man, that's crazy. Wow.
Yeah,
let me put it that way.
Yeah.
This was before the MCU, but this is the same year as Iron Man.
Same year as Iron Man. You were eating good because Iron Man came out in May of 2008. I still remember that, seeing that in theaters, and I still remember seeing The Dark Knight in theaters. And I was thinking about, you know, my mom tells me about the first time she saw Star Wars, and she's like, I'll never forget seeing that in movies, or like Jaws. And I'm like, I don't know if I have. I do. It's The Dark Knight. Yeah, is one of them. Where I remember it was a midnight showing at the AMC near us, and I still remember the freaking opening scene in that crowded theater. Yep.
Yeah, I think I went to the opening. I went to midnight release at the movie Tavern, and in your town actually, where you live. And it was like being at a red carpet Hollywood premiere. Yeah. There's so many people just outside. There's so much excitement buzzing for this movie.
Yeah.
It was huge back then.
Yeah. It was in the 4K transfer, as they call it. I'm starting to learn the lingo with the 4K Blu-ray dorks. The transfer is so nice, but what's stunning is the IMAX scenes. Looks so freaking awesome, dude. Yeah. Like, it looks IMAX. And like the film, you know, it's widescreen, but for the IMAX scenes it takes up the entire television. And, you know, getting a new TV, it's like it's just crazy. It's just jaw-dropping how cool it looks.
Yeah. We got to have a movie night at your house.
Yeah.
That Dark Knight is one of the few movies that I can watch over and over again.
Yeah.
Dark Knight and Rush Hour 2, for some reason, was like extremely comfortable. I love those movies. They're just really good.
You know, I couldn't remember how The Dark Knight ended.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing it, thinking it went a little too long, and I didn't really care for the Two-Face part. But watching it Friday night, I was like, no, this is cool. Like, I was in.
Holds up.
It still holds up. It holds up so well. Such a well-made film. It looks beautiful. And I just thought, so I went down a Dark Knight rabbit hole on YouTube, like, afterwards, and went to bed late. But I'm like, man, I think maybe maybe it's underestimated how crazy of an impact that film was on film and on superhero films. But if you've never seen The Dark Knight, which I need to ask my nephew, he was born in 2008, and he's 17 now, and I need to see if he's even seen it. Because if there's a teenager out there who's never seen The Dark Knight, it would blow my mind. If you're sleeping on it and you hadn't seen it or you haven't revisited it in a while, you need to rewatch The Dark Knight or the film.
Where do you rank the Christian Bale Batman movies amongst each other?
Dark Knight 1, that's hard. I haven't seen Begins or Dark Knight Rises in a while. My gut tells me Rises and Batman Begins, but I feel like if I rewatched it, they could easily switch.
Yeah.
It just, 1 is a obvious standout, and then 2 and 3 to me are so close. What about you?
Dark Knight, Begins, Rises.
Yeah.
Begins is so good.
It is. Oh yeah, with Ra's al Ghul and
ninja training.
Man, next time you're over, I got to show you my Batman Begins posters.
Please do.
Anyway, that was my Batman spiel. I've been rewatching all these flicks on 4K, and I might even be heading after we record this episode to go look for more 4K movies. So yeah, it's a fun time.
Where are you getting your 4K movies?
Currently, Amazon, but I'm stalking Vinegar Syndrome, Arrow, Shout Factory, and then I'm probably going to Movie Training Company after this to go see what kind of 4Ks they have. Half Price Books has some too, but I bet you the Flagship is probably the best place to go versus my neck of the woods.
Yeah. I go to Walmart every week, and I always try to browse the media section. I don't think they have a lot of 4K Blu-rays, but they always have a small disc section, digital physical media section, and they've got like special edition movies of special edition releases of movies, and they have cool box art, and I just wonder if
that's what's kind of gotten me into it. Is some of the cool reissues and what I've gleaned from Reddit. The key to the Walmart is that if you look in the bins, sometimes people will return movies to Walmart, but they wouldn't necessarily have been sold at the store. Maybe they bought it online, but they returned it at Walmart. Sometimes you can find some interesting 4K deals there.
A little hack.
Yeah, a little hack. That's right. That's what I got, man.
All right. Well, that's our show. Thank you so much for watching and being with us today. Clint, do you have anything you want to plug?
Do you like 30-second vinyl reviews on YouTube? If you do, follow me at Go Clash Collectibles on YouTube and IG.
And me, you can follow me at Blue Sky Goose at malikbahar.com. Malikbahar.com is my website. That's all I've got. Till next time. See you guys later. Have a great day.
Thanks for watching. Peace.
Peace.